Hello, everyone. Good evening to everyone, wherever you are. Morning to anyone listening outside India. So, my name is Rajdeep Gupta. I am a technical writer by profession. Have been doing technical writing for the past 20 odd years, and then after working in various companies for quite a bit of a duration, delved into UX, usability, sales, business development. I started off something of my own. So currently, I have a setup of my own called Blue Dots Consultancy Services, which is into capability development, training, and professional services. Uh, I have a small setup in Bangalore, and I have been giving a thought for the past couple of months that should be doing call it a podcast or call it a Q&A or interview sort of a thing with people that I know in the industry who may come from various spectrum offering us knowledge on product domain, on technical communication, on UX, you call it. And I just didn't want to confine it to technical on the discussion. I also wanted to discuss a little bit more, which could be on the weather, which could be on cricket, which could be on politics, you name it. So this idea for the past, which I thought for a long period of time, I discussed it with one of my colleague, and he felt that it would be something that he was also very encouraging. He said, "Why not? Let's try it." So just to put a disclaimer, please understand that I'm not a professional video content creator or editor, so you might get a little bit of noise, background noise, and all that. So apologies for that. But we just want to keep this discussion impromptu. The idea is to share, and I guess you don't have to have any restriction when sharing of information comes across. So this is the first episode or first attempt. You can always email us or you can always text us and let us know what are the other areas of topics that you would like to discuss. All right, so let us start off. So with me today is a gentleman that I know for past couple of years, and he's Debajit Dash. Debajit has been in Bangalore for the past 8 odd years, though his roots are in Durgapur, West Bengal. He completed his schooling and BTech from there itself, and then completed his MTech from Kolkata in manufacturing technology. Um, Professionally, he's a technical writer and a trainer, and he's extremely passionate about traveling and photography. So on the most weekends, you will see him on the road in a red I-20, or as he lovingly calls it, uh, Lal Kamal. He has an Insta handle by the name of Boyamjati Diary, where all his travel exploits are documented. And if we get a chance, Devojit will speak about that during the course of our discussion. Um, you can always follow his Insta handle, get in touch with him. He's also avid reader. He loves to read on technology, which could be thrillers and fiction. Currently, Devojit is working in Bangalore in the capacity of a business analyst come senior technical writer with an organization called Tao Digital, which is a startup in the medical devices space. And as I told you, he's very passionate about traveling and photography. He's also associated with HH as a Madcap Flair trainer. So welcome, Devojit, to the show.
Thank you, Rajdeep. Also, I feel honored to be part of the a new beginning or pilot, whatever we say it, and yeah, for thinking of me and giving me an opportunity to have this discussion. And as you mentioned in the introduction, yeah, when you pitched me the idea, I was really exhilarated about it because lately I have also been doing certain things. I am active in the social media in Instagram, like documenting my travels and photography. And yeah, I think that as a technical writer, we do our 9 to 5 job. We mm, but apart from that, we should do something else like discussion on topics of common interest. As you said, may it be politics or cricket or movies, whatever interests us. And I think it keeps us away from that typical workplace, but also, yeah, it keeps us updated and informed about what is going on around us and all those sort of things. So yeah, really excited to be a part of this.
Thank you, Devojit. I'm also excited to have you with us. So, why don't we start? Both of us listeners are Bengalis. Listeners, for those of you who are listening to us, we both are Bengalis, and we recently had the Durga Puja celebration. And why don't you tell the listeners, for people, what is Durga Puja all about? Like, what is the significance of Durga Puja to a Bengali? And just in summary, you can tell us what is the festive mood and why is Durga Puja so much and so important, especially for Bengalis.
Okay, so Durga Puja, as you know, that Durga Puja is actually celebrated twice a year. There is one time which is where it is celebrated all over the India, and this is this time around October when we Bengalis celebrate it. But this is not the actual time for Durga Puja, so that's why in Bengali it is called Akal Bodhon. So this Durga Puja was actually done by Sri Ram while he was going to conquer Lanka and bring Sita Mata back. So for that battle, in order to take blessings of goddess Durga, or as we call Ma Durga, so he did this Durga Puja, and this is that's why it's called Akal Bodhan, because this is not the normal time for Durga Puja. And as you know that at the 10th day, to mark Sri Ram's victory over Lanka or over evil, whatever, we celebrate with lights, and that is celebrated all over India as Dashera, and it's a very famous national mm, festival. But for us Bengalis, this Durga Puja is very emotional, and not we doesn't see it as a like puja of a goddess, or rather what our mothers call it, that their daughter Ma Durga, she is coming back from her husband's place, which is in Kailash, and she is coming to visit her mother's home, and there she will stay for 4 days, and she will celebrate with her mother's family and give her blessings. And on the 10th day, Dashera, she will go back to her husband's place. So, and as you know, like for Bengalis, as I already mentioned, it's a huge thing. And I belong from a town in West Bengal which is called Durgapur, and Durgapur is named after Ma Durga only. So for us, it's a very emotional thing, which is very close to our heart. And you have seen that Durga Puja is being celebrated with all grandeur and in a huge way in West Bengal. But which you all might not be aware that here in Bangalore also Durga Puja is celebrated in a huge fashion. If you have the opportunity to visit my Insta handle, as Rajdeep said, it's by the name of Biom Jatri Diary. I will later share the link also. There you can see this year I have documented, like here in Bangalore, they actually make the idols. They create from scratch, and like it's almost like the feeling of Kolkata or any other town of West Bengal, and the enthusiasm is same like when we are bringing Ma in our home. And I I got the chance to document all this this year, and I posted it. And yeah, and those 5 days, like we take leaves from offices and we don't do anything apart from the puja, so it's that close to our heart. So yeah, I think that's all I can say about it. And yeah, from the next year, if you are in Bangalore, do join. There are lots of pujas throughout Bangalore. I think now it's around 20 plus pujas, and it's celebrated in a very well organized, orderly fashion. So yeah.
Thank you, Debajit. For the listeners, when we post it, we'll leave Debajit Insta handle also, so that if whatever he was saying, you can also come and get access to the footage that he has been discussing about. Also, what Debajit missed out is Durga Puja is also. I mean, Bangalore Durga Puja is growing day by day. Year after year, you see more and more number of societies coming out and having Durga Puja or conducting Durga Puja by themselves. Do not forget to, you know, taste the delicacies. I mean, Durga Puja is also an occasion for you to taste out some excellent from, from chicken chop to cutlet to, Mughlai, you name it. So for any foodie lovers, that is like one occasion that you should not miss out. All right, Devajit. So we will move to the next, this thing. What have you been doing of late? From your work point of view. Tell us something about it.
I, as you said in the introduction, I recently joined an organization called Tao Digital. They are a startup in the medical devices space. I joined in the capacity of a business analyst come technical writer, and I the main reason for which I took up this assignment is I was also planning to shift into a more product owner or a product manager kind of role from the conventional technical writing which we all do, and I have been doing this for the past 8 years. So here I get the opportunity to work on business requirement documents, creating the user stories and the epics, and which I think that as typical technical writers we are not initially trained in these things, but once you start working in this field, slowly you come in touch with the functional specification document or the software requirement specification or the market requirement specification, wherein the customers expectations from the product and the customers viewpoints are documented. And I think that's really exciting thing to work on. And for me, I am starting, I took it up as a challenge, and yeah, I am really excited about it, and I'm learning a lot. The scope of learning is huge, and also it broadens your horizon. So now you are not restricted as a typical technical writer who is working on user documents or instructional videos, but now you also have the customer side of things, or the customer expectations experience in your arsenal. From apart from work part of view, as Rajdeep mentioned, that I am very much passionate about traveling and photography, so I continue doing that. And I of late I have been taking up photography classes, and I am learning photography, and I have a distant thought in my mind to turn it into a profession, but still now it's in the passion stage. And yeah, also I am associated with Henry Harvin as a Matt Flair trainer, so on weekends I also train new technical writers, or who are in the technical writing field who want to learn about Metcalf Flair. So that, yeah, that's probably encompasses everything what I have been doing lately.
Okay, thank you, Devajit. So, back to technical communication, Devajit, there's been a lot of discussion these days about artificial intelligence, and there's a lot of discussion happening on how tech writers are, or there is a lot of scope for AI getting implemented in technical writing for that matter. Or there are quite a few organizations I come to know where they have been trying their hands on implementing AI in their projects and all that. I want to know your views. Where do you see AI playing a role in technical writing? And obviously, the important question is that will do what do you see in the distant future happening in tech com as far as the AI goes?
Okay, let me start with addressing the elephant in the room, whether AI is going to replace technical writers. I don't see it in the very distant future, and I will give you my reasons. Because as AI, we know that AI is something. First, you have to feed information into it, be it Chat GPT, who takes the information from the entire Google database, or be it Microsoft's AI, which uses their database. But first, you have to feed the information, then only you can guide AI, or you can instruct AI to do certain jobs, and it will perform that job based on the information which is there in its database. So you will always require someone to feed information to the AI. Therein the human question comes into question. And if I talk about our technical writing typically, so when we write about a product, or how to use the product, or like create an instructional video, so first we uh, learn about the product. So we as humans, we have the capability to self learn, or to use a product and learn. And if I am not wrong, AI has not gone to that level where it can self learn a product from scratch. So unless and until you teach that product to the AI, it can't produce documents, or it can't write on the product. Having said that, yeah, AI is of a great help if we adapt it, and if we make it a friend rather than a threat. So there are certain repetitive works which we do, like we prepare release notes, we prepare the what's new document. So these kind of jobs, we can automate them with the use of AI, or like collecting the information from the Jira tickets for release notes or what's used. So these things can be automated with the help of AI, and that would be of great help. It will reduce the human error portion. It will reduce the effort which is required from our end to do those repetitive works, and we can invest that time in some other more creative work. And yeah, so if we make AI, like in a nutshell, to end, I would say, if we make AI as our friend rather than treating it as a threat, then it will help us in our day-to-day work life and make it more easier and smooth and error-free.
Excellent, Debajit. My only, I mean, I agree with you in all the points that you mentioned. Was reading about Elon Musk today, and he mentioned that actually Musk, anyways, has plans to come up with a new AI tool called, I think it is called Truth GPT in April. And he was telling Fox News Channel the other day that he's expressing concerns that existing AI companies were prioritizing politically correct system. So he was also telling that how AI can take away a lot of jobs and all that, but at the end of the day we have to see there's a lot of theory going around and all that stuff, but of course it is something that I we read a lot of time. Initially there was a thing robots will replace humans and all that blah blah blah, a lot of stuff. So it will be interesting to see how it goes in the coming this thing. uh, a question related to AI also. So technical writers, your large listeners would be probably from technical writing background. How do you see tech writers adapting artificial intelligence to their work? Where do you see them? How do How do they plan for it, or how do they go about it?
As I already mentioned, I will elaborate on it a bit more. So, like whenever we are creating a release note or a what's the new document, so what we does is we go through the Jira tickets which
Mhm.
are for a particular release, and we collect information from there. So one thing is, if we adapt AI in our day-to-day work life, we can automate this information gathering process. Like I can run a command, and I can make sure that all the Jira tickets are being read, and whatever keywords I give, based on those keywords the information is gathered. The second thing is, like when we are check, like doing the editorial part, like when we are checking our document, when we are making sure that there is no grammatical errors or spelling mistakes, that we can take the help of AI, and we make sure that that is avoided as much as possible. And also, while we create the release note, so for the release note we have a particular template. They are in the bugs, the new features, and yeah, mostly that will go. So that also, like we can make most of it. And when I was actually in Aris Global, so we started implementing that. So we started the use of with the use of automated commands. What we used to do is, we most of the information of the release note, the bug fixes and the new features was pulled in from those Jira tickets and put into a Word document. Yeah, later on you can just have a go through it, and you can like um, filter it and make it better. So this is an excellent use of AI, which I can think from the perspective of a tech writer's day to day job.
Okay. And you see a more and more number of these features coming up or getting implemented in certain softwares. Like, would it be on Madcap or Flare, or could be on Adobe stuff? You see a lot of AI related, if not already, getting converted so that tech writers can use them.
Yeah, Adobe, if I'm not wrong, Adobe has recently launched a feature where like you can draw something, or you can give comments there, and it will generate an exact image or a exact background or a scenery for you. So this I am still learning that. And yeah, even like in Confluence, in Jira, so AI is getting implemented, and like things are getting automated. And to touch on another point, Rajita, which you just now told, that Elon Musk was worried like a lot of jobs will go. So this is not something new. Like AI is what? AI is a new technology. So technology is getting changed, I think, second by second. So as long as you are not updating yourself, or you are not keeping yourself uh, to that mark with the technology, anyways your job will go and you will lose your job. So it's nothing new. But
Okay.
yeah, if you are properly upskilled,
Hmm.
and you are like updated with the latest technology in the market, I don't see people losing jobs.
Okay. That's quite heartening to note, Debajit. So you have had a fair share of your experience as a tech writer, and now you're working as a BA. What if you can tell us a couple of the challenges that you have faced, and a little bit on how did you troubleshoot them, or how did you handle them?
um, One of the challenges which I have recently noticed, because for I think for my last couple of organizations I have been working with startups. One thing is like meeting management's expectation, and like uh, as I would put, like, management has a huge expectation from you. Like, you will write a document in seconds or in minutes. So, as a technical writer, I think you have to properly address that. You have to set a like you have to prepare your effort estimation properly, and you have to present it in front of the management right at the beginning. Because setting the expectation at the beginning helps a lot. This is one thing I have faced from the startup point of view. Obviously, big MNCs like Siemens and GE, if you go there, this problem is a little bit less. There, the problem comes is getting your documents reviewed, and while you are gathering your information, uh, getting an audience with your PO or the developer, that really becomes a challenge. So what I have always followed in those cases is always first whatever information you need, you in if you are doing in the requirement gathering phase, you document it down, you send it across to your PO or to the developer or tester from whom you require that information. Set a meeting with that person. It might be a 10-15 minutes meeting, but if you have already shared the questionnaire or your requirements, that meeting becomes very fruitful, and you get your required information. And if you are in the reviewing stage and you are facing difficulties, lot of, I think all of us has faced this difficulty. So it's always like better to send a document for review with a good amount of time in hand. Don't send it in the nth hour of the or the 11th hour. Keep following up politely. And yeah, if that also doesn't help, then you might have to send a mail keeping your manager in the loop. But uh, hardly I had to do it ever. What I have seen is giving them a good amount of time for reviewing the document and constantly following up works a lot.
Yes, great, Debajit. I think certain things has never changed from right from the time I started tech writing. It has always been there, getting your review inputs on time, and couple of things. Yeah, challenges, short, big, large challenges, big, small challenges, product, services, company that goes on. I always feel that challenges will come, challenges go. You have to face them, and every profession has got a bits and share. It's just that you need to have a very good rapport with the team. So whether it is a reviewer, whether it is dev team, whether it is the SME, develop a good rapport with them, and things probably will be much smoother. The reason you are by itself, you are a person who's quite approachable and you gel well with others. That is one of the reason, also one of the reasons I can think about, which has helped you in your line of work. Excellent. Now, we have been listening to a lot of things, stuff has been told over the days. In fact, I wrote a post on LinkedIn the other day about this 70 hours work and all that stuff. That the tech giant, Mr. Respected Narayan Murthy, NRN of Infosys fame, he predicted certain things about that. We should be looking, the youngsters especially should be looking towards putting more hours. I'm not going by 70 or 80 hours, this thing. What is your opinion on that? Do we need to put that amount of time to get things done, just like folks out in China have been doing? And all? What's your take on that?
Uh, to be honest, I would say that if we actually sit and calculate the hours we put in, so I think it would cross 70 hours a week. But the this huge hue and cry and all these talks going around these things is because somebody has put a tag on it, or somebody has branded it that you have to work 70 hours a week. So that is something bad. Like, you should not mandate it, you should not put a tag on it. But yeah, if required, you have also worked, Rajibda. I think I have also worked. We have worked overnight to meet delivery timelines and schedules. But you should not make it a habit. And yeah, coming about speaking about us versus China. So what I think that the main difference is Indian workforce is a very educated workforce. If you see that even in our customer service domain or customer service industry, you will find engineers and technical graduates. So our workforce is a much educated workforce. So we deliver quality work. So we actually don't need to work 70 hours a week as a habit. Yeah, whenever it's required, we are always ready to stretch, but the kind of the quality of work which we deliver, we really don't need to work like that much.
Okay.
Sorry to disagree with
No,
Narayan Murthy sir.
that's
No,
that
no,
that is perfectly
yeah, yeah.
fine. It is the quality of the work, and it does not have to be that you have to start 8 o'clock and you have to stop by 8 o'clock. I don't think that is how work should be done or work should be. I feel that individuals of brilliance, such as whether it is Virat Kohli, who completed his 49th ODI 100 today, or a person like Mr. NRN, or giants who have done in that field for that matter. Everyone has got their routine, and nothing you can achieve perfection without providing putting quality hours. But is the only thing is that you have to decide that how many hours you are the best person for the job, but you should not make it a mandate. That's what I feel about it. All right, Devajit. Now, just taking a detour and talking about India as a country, and what do you think that's been working in our nation, in this great nation, India? What has been working for India so well for the past couple of years? Or basically, what do you think has been how is India shaping up?
We are doing great. Like this year is the year of achievements for us. We successfully landed on Moon. We held the G20 summit, and we are probably on course to win our third cricket World Cup. And we are doing great. And I would not make a like I would have liked to praise our uh, prime minister for that, but I don't want to make it political. That's my personal opinion. But as a country, we are doing great. And like a few months back, the beginning of this year, um, as you know, Rajdipda, that there was global recession. Like UK was in recession, US economy was struggling, but in that scenario our economy is doing great and we are doing good, and we have our jobs are there. If you are skilled enough, mm, you have job for yourself. So yeah, we are doing great and we are in a very good path.
Yes, and I think Devojit, you know, nobody. I'm not trying to make this sound political, or that's not the idea. I always believe credit is where you should always give credit where it is due. So, be it the COVID phase, be it the pandemic phase, or whatever India has done for the rest of the world. So, when you compare what we were in 1947 or 1950 and where we are today. I think what India has done during the COVID and all that, it's so easy for people to actually point fingers and say, I was not getting this or I was not getting that. But when you have a 1.3 billion people, and you have to also appreciate the scientists, the doctors, the people who have valiantly fought to get the vaccine out. And not only that, they have distributed to the all around the world. So it's a huge recognition. And then as you speak about Chandrayaan, you speak about certain things that we have done. It also goes to an extent of the education system that we have in India. It is okay, and I always believe that it is okay. Obviously, people who are, the CEOs of multi-tech organizations, they are of Indian origin, which is a great pride to us. That also goes to show that the kind of education system that we have in our country, that is a very, very good thing. It is not easy to have a nation where with diverse background, religion background, and diverse culture and all that, but still we live together. So that's a great thing that we have been doing, and may we continue to do well. Uh, that's
Yeah.
important.
And
Uh,
I
yeah,
am really looking forward to our solar mission. Like
yeah,
we are going to the sun.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, Debajit, now we are from a nation of a cricket frenzy country. And as we speak, there is a cricket match. I don't know if it is already over now, but it is cricket. And both of us being cricket fanatics, we watch, we closely observe the game. We basically, cricket is one thing that binds a lot of people. What I would want to ask you, A, is um, what stood out for you in the current World Cup, Men's World Cup 2023?
Our bowling has been exceptional, and Mohammad Shami, he is in a different aura, or he is like, as you might have read an article, someone from Pakistan wrote that probably ICC is providing a different ball to India, which is swinging more. But all those things apart, our batting has always been our strength. We have always produced great batters. But this year, our bowling has been a revelation, and the pace trio of Bumrah, Siraj, and Shami, which we are having, it can put good batting teams in tears.
Absolutely. As we speak, South Africa has been all out for 83. So you can very well understand that if it is a competition between the table toppers, how comprehensive India has been. I mean, bowlers win matches, they say that. Uh, Cricket, talking about one last point before the, how much of IPL has, reshaped, or what you can say, changed Indian cricket overall, or world cricket as such?
IPL, what IPL has done, is it has brought that club culture in us, which we have always seen in English Premier League and other big football leagues. And as for India, IPL has put BCCI in the face of the world. Like now, IPL is compared to EPL. I think we are second in second or third in terms of the revenue generated and the popularity with EPL and NBA. So IPL has been a revelation, especially for India, and for world cricket. What it has done is it has if you see Afghanistan team today. So that is the result of IPL. Otherwise, these players, Rashid Khan and Mohammad Nabi, so if they would have only been in Afghanistan and playing their country cricket and these bilateral series, then Afghanistan would not have been a team which is in contention of the semi-final spot today. So this is what IPL has done to world cricket.
Absolutely, and I think it has made more professional. It has brought more money to the cricketers, which is a great thing. It has also fitness has been a major thing that India has been. Of course, Virat Kohli is a prime example of how fit you need to be if you want to play all the three segments of the game: Test, One Day, 50 overs, and T20. It has brought money. It has made India a global power in terms of sport, and it has actually made the lives of cricketers better. And as you write, Afghanistan. So one of matches, two of matches, they would have played this thing and that. Uh, there are lots of leagues that have come up after IPL, but none could beat IPL for the sheer amount of volume of people that we watch, and that's one of the reason why we are getting the results that we are. Well, Debojit, we have come close to the show. I had a great time actually discussing with you in this thing. Hopefully, I'll get you next time also in the show. Do you want to tell the listeners something before we round off?
It it has been a very good Sunday evening spent. I really liked how the conversation went on. Honestly, when we planned to start with this, I didn't have an idea that it will go on so good and so smooth. Hope the listeners also feel the same. And yeah, thank you once again for making me a part of this.
Thank you, Devojit. I had a great time, and hopefully, to the listeners, we'll try to do more podcasts. Maybe I'll try to do it once a month. As you know, that I run a small setup called Blue Dots Consultancy Services. You can reach us to careers at Blue Dots Consultancy. Some self promotion I'm doing. Careers at bluedotsconsultancy.com also. The idea is, again, as I said, this is just of a start for us. The idea is to get more people from the industry to discuss related everything related from AI to talking about user scenario, UX, and everything. So we'll try to do it every month. The idea is to get one topic and discuss about it. I'll also try to keep it not more than 30 to 40 minutes. Intention is to actually have a crisp dialogue between us. Hope you enjoyed our conversation with Debajit, first show. Now, we're going to call it by any other name. Let's call it Voices with Debajit for starters. And we will be back. And if you have to leave us a comment, you can always do that. We'll share it on various social media, or you can directly come to YouTube channel of Blue Dots Consultancy Services, and you will get our link. And you can drop us a message what you think about this. Please don't spam. Please don't share any negative comment. We are just trying to help the community. So just spread a bit of love all around us. So with that, on a very happy note, and hopefully the next time we meet, India would have won the World Cup again. So thank you, Devojit, for again joining. And I wish you all the very best for what you have been doing. Very happy to see your progress, and keep excelling in your career. Keep shining with whatever you are doing in life, and just stay happy. Just keep smiling, Devojit.
Sure, sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye. Good night.
Good night.